Hello, Tottenham supporters. We're bringing you another action-packed video full of the latest updates on our beloved Spurs. But before we dive in, I need your help to reach an incredible milestone, 2,000 subscribers. Every single one of you plays a vital role in growing this amazing community. So, smash that subscribe button and stay with us until the end of the video, because we've got some exciting surprises you won't want to miss. Tottenham Hotspur return to the pitch at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to wrap up their Premier League season with a clash against Brighton and Hove Albion. Expectations were naturally high, as this was the team's first appearance following their long-awaited Europa League triumph. The pre-match atmosphere was filled with celebration, enthusiasm, and optimism, but what unfolded on the field was far below the standard anticipated. Under Ange Postecoglou's guidance, Spurs showed a noticeable drop in intensity and focus, leading to a performance that, within the context of the final match day, was marred by collective errors and a disappointing result, highlighting ongoing challenges in the Australian manager's project. From the opening whistle, the team's approach appeared lackluster. It seemed as though the players were still riding the emotional high of their European success, but lacked the energy to face an opponent who, despite having little at stake, entered the match well organised and clearly instructed. Brighton's coach, Fabian Hürzeler, devised an effective game plan, capitalising on the gaps left by Tottenham and exposing the lack of cohesion between the hosts' lines. Brighton controlled the tempo with alternating spells of pressure and measured possession, while Tottenham struggled to string passes together and maintain any sort of meaningful control. Defensive frailties, a recurring issue throughout the season, were once again evident. Spurs exhibited familiar shortcomings, poor concentration on long balls, sluggish response in wide areas, and vulnerability during transitions. Postecoglou's high-risk style, building from the back and pushing the defensive line forward, left his side exposed and demanded a level of focus that was clearly lacking in this fixture. Brighton, to their credit, exploited these weaknesses efficiently, pouncing on unforced errors and creating danger with purpose and precision. In midfield, Tottenham were outplayed tactically. The engine room lacked creativity and urgency, vital elements in any Premier League fixture, especially against an opponent as compact and disciplined as Brighton. The build-up play was predictable and, more often than not, ineffective. There was a lack of coordinated movement between the midfielders and a failure to create vertical connections between the lines. Brighton sensed this creative stagnation and grew in confidence, gradually taking full command of proceedings and frustrating the home supporters in the stands. Offensively, Spurs offered little threat. There was a lack of width, a disconnection in central combinations, and above all, a lack of aggression in breaking down Brighton's final line. The team relied heavily on aimless aerial balls and rushed shots, failing to translate their possession into genuine goal-scoring opportunities. This lack of attacking invention was stark, and Brighton handled it with composure. At times, Tottenham's lack of urgency felt at odds with the level of intensity typically demanded in the Premier League, further underscoring the gulf between their European form and their domestic inconsistencies. Tottenham's Premier League campaign has been one of fluctuation. Despite the euphoria of European success, their domestic form has fallen short of expectations. The squad has lacked consistency, particularly in matches against tactically disciplined sides who have managed to expose their defensive and structural vulnerabilities. This final performance, despite the celebratory context, served as a mirror reflecting all the areas that require improvement: defensive organisation, reactive sharpness, midfield ingenuity, and final third efficiency. Postecoglou, who so adept guided Spurs to continental glory, now faces the task of recalibrating his strategies to ensure the team competes across all fronts with focus, balance, and squad depth. Ultimately, the feeling among fans is one of mixed emotions: gratitude for the Europa League triumph, yet concern over the inconsistencies exposed in the Premier League. Tottenham face a crucial pre-season, and the upcoming transfer window will play a key role in shaping a squad capable of competing in the Champions League. Expectations have risen, and the club must demonstrate growth and maturity to meet them. The match against Brighton, though inconsequential in the standings, may have served as a timely reminder: celebrations are deserved, but the hard work needed to reach new heights is only just beginning. We're on a mission to hit 2,000 subscribers, and you can be a part of it. If you love our content, make sure to subscribe right now and turn on the notification bell. It's just one click, but it means the world to us. Stay tuned until the end of the video for some exclusive insights you won't want to miss. Let's make this milestone happen together. Now that the Premier League season has come to an end, there is no avoiding a deeper reflection on Tottenham's performance in their final match against Brighton. The atmosphere was one of celebration following their recent Europa League triumph, but on the pitch, what was witnessed was a disconnected team, lacking the drive and intensity that the occasion demanded. The supporters who filled the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium expecting a convincing display left feeling frustrated. The team appeared disengaged, without the energy needed to control the game and impose their style. For many fans, this drop in performance raised an important question: is the squad truly prepared to maintain focus and deliver consistently high-level performances across all competitions? Supporters, watching what unfolded on the pitch, did you feel the team started with the right mentality, or were they undone by complacency after making history? A major topic of discussion since the final whistle has been the decisions made by Ange Postecoglou throughout the match. Known for his attacking ideas and constant pursuit of dynamism, the Australian coach made several substitutions that initially seemed strategic but did little to change the course of the game. Changes in midfield and attack sparked debate among fans, many of whom had hoped for more decisive solutions or a tactical reshuffle that could reorganize the team on the field. However, the practical impact was minimal and the team continued to struggle with the same issues. The game plan felt rigid, lacking the flexibility to respond to the tactical superiority imposed by Brighton. The lingering question remains, were the changes the right ones, or did the coach err by persisting with players and tactics that failed to have an effect? Beyond the technical decisions, there is an emotional aspect that cannot be overlooked. The European triumph was historic and certainly deserved celebration, but within the four lines on the pitch, commitment to the shirt must prevail. At various moments, Tottenham displayed a lackluster attitude, missing the urgency and competitiveness that the Premier League demands, even in the final round. This lack of intensity was evident both in loose marking and in slow, aimless transitions. For a club aspiring to establish itself among Europe's elite, this kind of attitude is worrying. Supporters, in your view, what did the team lack? Was it merely a fleeting emotional reaction, or is there a deeper problem of concentration and commitment that needs addressing to keep the team competitive on all fronts? Looking ahead, the performance against Brighton can be seen as a necessary wake-up call to prevent the club from becoming complacent after recent success and to continue progressing. The coming season promises to be demanding, especially with participation in the Champions League, making it crucial to have a squad prepared technically, tactically, and emotionally. The pre-season will be a critical period for adjustments, signings, and strategic redefinitions. But what truly matters now is hearing from the fans, you who follow every step of the club. Do you trust Postecoglou's project to turn this team into a genuine contender for the English title, or do you believe the game against Brighton exposed weaknesses that cannot be ignored? Your opinion is vital at this moment of assessment and expectation, because if there is one thing Tottenham has made clear this season, it is that there is still a great deal of work ahead. Don't miss out on your daily dose of Tottenham updates. Subscribe now and tap that like button to stay in the loop with exclusive news. Got opinions? Drop them in the comments below and show your support for Tottenham. See you in the next video.